Hi everyone, my name is Jenny Anderton and this tutorial video is going to be about how to insert hyperlinks to YouTube videos, websites, and even your very own filmed instructions. If you already know how to insert hyperlinks to YouTube videos and websites, go ahead and skip ahead to the second portion. Okay, for those of us who are just now learning how to insert links to an existing YouTube video, you can insert a link anywhere you can type. So if I wanted to insert a link here, I'd have to first create a text box. I can already, because this is a text box, I can insert a link right here if I wanted to. But if I want to create a link in my margins, as I did in this example, I would have to go up to my text box option. I would click that. And I'm going to click and drag and create a text box right here. Okay, I'm going to, just because I'm being picky, I'm going to change the background of that text box. And I can do that because it is highlighted. I can tell because it has the blue lines around it. Once it's highlighted, I can go to the paint bucket and I can choose the background fill color. Okay. So you're going to want to have your YouTube video ready to go in a separate tab. So when you click on YouTube, underneath the video there should always be an option to share. If you click that, it will give you the code or the URL link to that video. You're going to copy and you're going to go back to where you want to link it. So there's a few different ways to do this. The way I like to do it is to start by typing directions. So I might say helpful YouTube video here. Okay, so now you're going to highlight the words you want to become clickable. So I'm going to highlight the words here. And then I'm going to go up to this little hyperlink button. So when you hover above this link, it says insert link. You're going to click it. And the words here are already there because you highlighted them. So I'm going to paste in the link. And I'm going to hit apply. So you can see that the here is now underlined and in a different color. That's a good hint to you that it is now a hyperlink. So I can show you if you click on it, you can see the YouTube videos right there and you can click it and it will bring up the YouTube video. My Wi-Fi is a little bit slow right now. Okay, so maybe you want to learn how to insert a helpful website so that your kids you can guide your kids towards a specific website in the instructions. So you're just going to type out the instructions, highlight where you would like them to be linked to, and then you're going to go to the website you would like to link them to. So every website at the top of the page has a bar where it holds the URL. So if you triple click 1, 2, 3, it will highlight the entire URL or website. I always like to hold down Command and hit C so that I can copy. That's like a shortcut for copy. And then I'm going to go back here and that's already highlighted. I'm going to click the insert link and I'm going to paste it right there and hit apply. And then now that brings you to the Khan Academy if you were to click right there. Okay, so those are kind of like the basics of how to insert links. And I know that I'm doing this in a Google Slides format, but this works in emails, this works in Google Documents, this even works in, let's see, emails, documents, possibly even when you're working on a Google Classroom assignment, you could link. I believe there's an actual link button when you're doing that. Okay. So the next step would be how to actually film your own instructions and link them in. So I have an example of that right here. I'm going to show you really quick. I have 5th grade students and this was the first PDF that they were going to be working with. So I thought, you know what, I think they need a little bit more as far as instructions go so that they can get a visual. So I inserted this video. Hi everybody, this video tutorial is going to talk about how to upload a video or an image, and we're also going to discuss how to zoom in order to make the text larger. So let's start. Okay, so that was just an example, but you're wondering, well, how do I do that? Okay, so the first step would be to figure out how you're going to film. I always use Zoom because I just think it's really straightforward and easy. So what I do is I go to www.zoom.us, and then I get all of my tabs ready so that when I'm filming my video, I don't have to open up a tab or find a resource. It's already there ready to go. So it's kind of like planning a lesson ahead of time, okay? And once you have all your tabs ready to go that you're going to click on during your lesson, I always just go to host a meeting. And as long as you're signed into your account, let's see, my account, and then you're going to host a meeting. I prefer just to do screen share only so that I don't have to worry about what I look like and all that kind of stuff. It's more focused on the instructions. So I click screen share only, and then I would go and follow the rest of the steps. I'm not gonna actually click this right now because I don't want it to disrupt the video that I'm currently filming, but I did write down the steps that are gonna pop up. So after you click screen share only, it's gonna prompt you to open zoom.us, and then you're gonna choose what you wanna film. I always choose my desktop, and then I click share. So once you've done that, there should be a little bar that includes things like the microphone, the camera, participants, and the little, with the audio mic, usually when you choose this setting, it automatically mutes you. So you're gonna wanna click join audio on the toolbar and unmute yourself. Okay, so once you have all of that set up, on the toolbar, there's also a button that says more, and it has 3 little dots on top of it. You're gonna click that more button, and there is an option to record. So I always get set up with whatever window I want open when I first start recording, and then I'll go to the little more option, and then I'll hit record. And then you'll do whatever you're doing in your video, like the one that I'm filming right now. You show your kids, you can bring them to certain websites or walk them through an activity, anything you want to record for your kids. And then when you actually leave the meeting, when you stop sharing or you leave the meeting, Zoom automatically starts downloading the video for you. It will give you a little pop-up that says converting meeting recording. And when that conversion is over, there will be a screen that pops up that looks like this. I made sure to keep an example of this for you guys because it can be a little bit confusing. It always pops up with 3 different options. Sometimes I've even seen 4. The first 2, I know the first one is just audio only. The one that I only pay attention to is the MP4. That's the actual video. And it always records it as zoom_0.mp4. So if you're wondering out of all 3 of these, well, which one is the video? It's the one that ends in MP4. Okay, so once this has popped up because the video is done converting, I create a folder on my desktop where I click and I drag these videos into. So I'm not gonna actually click this example video, and I'm gonna show you how I can drag it and drop it into that Zoom folder right there. Okay. And this will often pop up because Zoom, for some reason, I haven't figured out how to get Zoom to name it anything other than Zoom_0. So it'll always say, if you have more than one of these videos in your folder, it'll always say, like, you already have this in there, do you want to replace it? Just say keep both because they're usually different videos. Okay. Oh, that guy didn't flop in there. Let me see if I can get him to actually go into the folder. There we go. Okay, so now for the uploading task. So I like to go to my Google Drive and I go to New and File Upload. So you can see that my folder of my Zoom videos is already right there ready to go. And I have a couple of my Zoom videos in there. Because they tend to be named the same thing, I usually use the dates and the times to help me differentiate. So I know that this is the one that I want based on the time. And I'm gonna click Open. It might take a little while to upload. It really just depends on how long the video is. So it says it's complete, and you might be thinking, well, where is it? I always go to Recent. That's the easiest way to find it. And this is the video that I just uploaded. So even if Google is not ready, it hasn't converted it fully, you can still actually get the link for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click on that and it brings up this option bar. I'm gonna go to Get Shareable Link. And it says the link sharing is off. So I'm gonna click this to turn the link sharing on. And this is a mistake that I see a lot of people do. They see this link and they're so excited that they copy it and then they move on. But you need to really pay attention to what it says right here. It says anyone at Windsor Unified School District with this link can view. So that means that if you try to share this with parents, that you're gonna have a bunch of emails asking for permission to view this. So I always, once I get to this point, I click Share Settings. And I go into this drop down right here. And I go to More. So this gives you a wider range of share settings. You can choose anyone with the link can view and then save. And now you can copy that link right there. Okay, so now we have the link that is attached to the video that you just filmed. And we're going to go back to the assignment. And we're gonna write instructional video here. And you're gonna follow the steps you did with the YouTube video and the website. All you have to do is highlight, click insert link, and you're gonna paste in your very own instructional video, which is actually really exciting. The kids love it when they have that personal touch. They can actually hear you explaining something like they might have in the classroom. It's really an awesome little extra thing that you can add to your lessons to make it more personable and more easy to navigate for your students. So I hope that I didn't go too fast. Please, you can always go back and rewatch certain parts. I hope that you guys learned something from this and that you're feeling inspired and ready to do your absolute best. I know that these times are kind of crazy for teachers, and I just want you to know that you're doing your best, you're doing great, just keep going. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.